we have only come across one day of rain. Before we left, we were told by, I swear, everybody, all it does is rain here. I don't think so.
We got here on April 30th until May 13th. The weather's great.
And the weather has not been too bad. It's had moments of coldness, but not terrible. And just the one day of rain when we arrived at Cork International.
And even that was only for an hour.
Yeah, it wasn't even the whole day. So, following our yeah.
Following our yeah. Do you follow us? We'll be following you if you'll be following us.
We would love to hear your comments or suggestions if you've been to Ireland. Just pulled over to just get this fabulous view. Of course, to my right, there's a post where people put all their lovely stickers. But I want to say one thing to my brother, Lane, and David. I'm in Ireland without you. Tag, you're it. Let's see.
The best is yet to come. Hey, won't it be?
Best is yet to come.
We're cruising Ireland.
Spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit to memory I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who sorely has my heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips alone she holds my heart enthralled. Then fill to me the parting glass. sweethearts that e'er I've had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all those sweethearts that e'er I had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls into my lot that I should rise and you should not, oh, gently rise and softly go.
We're in Ashford. These rock walls seem to be very common everywhere we go. We're here. Look, we're here, Ashford Castle. Oh my gosh.
Front gate to Ashford Castle.
Ashford Castle. Wrong way. Ashford Castle. Can you believe it?
It's a tidbit nippy.
Oh my gosh.
This is the carriage ride. this for a driveway.
Wow.
Right across
This
the golf
is
course.
incredible. We're not even to the castle yet, just the grounds.
At least there's no rock walls anymore.
Well, we had to check in at the gate. Your name has to be on the list or you cannot get in.
Yonder.
400 meters, turn right onto Church Road.
Oh.
That's their lake.
I got 2 cameras going.
You'll see Keenan at the bridge.
Was that his name? Keenan?
Turn right onto Church Road.
Church Road.
Want the front shot. There's Keenan standing there.
Keenan is waiting for us as we check in again.
Hello, how are you?
Good, good.
Here
You
we
have arrived
are.
at your destination.
We have arrived at our destination, Ashford Castle. Oh, this is amazing.
Follow this man. This valley.
Where we come from, we say ballet.
You're in charge now, aren't you? And let's see here. So I just need these two and there's a little more.
Fantastic.
Right now.
Inside the bar, inside Ashford Castle.
Is that your chandelier?
We have yet to explore the rest of the castle, but we're waiting for our room.
Hi, David. Hi, Linda.
Made it to Ashford Castle. Our room is 317. Let's show you around. But first, here is our room key. And as soon as you hang it up, it turns all your lights on in the room. So I just walked in, shut the door. And these doors to the left, this one is your closet area. And then the next one is your ironing board. Your hair dryer is in that. It's a hair dryer kit, your safe, the refrigerator, all of the snacks. And then to my right is another door. This is the bathroom. with these controls. So we have its motion sensor, we have heated flooring, a wall light, the towel rack is heated, and then the lighting. So here is the bathroom. Your standard sink area. The shower looks nice, but it has this half shower door that I'm not really fond of, where it only closes halfway. And then the toilet. There's the towel rack that heats up your towel. Phone. Come back out of the bathroom. And we have a desk and a mirror. Here's our bedroom area. Of course, our luggage. And they have all these different shields on the wall. And again, we have more automatic over here, where we have automatic blinds, again, motion sensor. So right now, if you look over here, the windows are open, the blinds are up. There's the TV. If I come over here, the blinds are going down. You can see that. Of both windows, of all the windows. And then of course I can push the button where they go back up again. And then we have this extra little space over here. And by the way, the hotel has given us some chocolates and a nice card because it is our anniversary. So that was nice of them. Another sitting area. Come on over here. You have the controls on both sides of the bed for your blinds and the lighting. And then a sitting area with more windows. All the blinds went down and up at the same time. Window seat. Here's Rhett in the corner.
Where I belong.
And they gave us complimentary
Cognac.
I'm thinking maybe that's for our anniversary. I'm not really sure. And then we can also look out the window, get a side view of the castle and of course the service down there. Or we can get a view of this running river out there and the bridge.
There's a helicopter pad right there.
Where? We're there. And then out this other window over by Rhett, you still see the river?
And the lake. This is the lake.
The lake is clear over there. So, and a golf course out there. And somebody's riding on a boat right there. So that is a tour of our room. We will, hi Rhett. We will explore the hotel a little bit more in a little bit. Have an activity called walking with the dogs early mornings at the castle, which is what we are doing today. Making our way down to see the puppy dogs is what they told us. The sun is shining. There's the castle. Over there is Cullen's cottage where we had dinner last night.
Right, concentrate. I'm going to tell you the names. So this one here is Mulligan. Okay, Mulligan is 4. Very important, nobody giggles at his skinny legs when he comes out. Has he got skinny legs?
Jumps up.
So that's Mulligan. Then we have Molly and Dougal. Okay, Molly and Dougal are brother and sister. Okay, Molly and Dougal. There's Dougal. Dougal is terrified of everything and everybody. Okay, so if Dougal comes up to you, you are the chosen one. You have to take trouble. Dougal particularly doesn't like things like that. I regret that. His name is Jay. The reason we have Jay is because Jay's only was told by the local farmer that if he saw the dog again, he's going to shoot him. I know, the poor guy was heartbroken. Ruby's there, sorry on. Ruby. Oh, there's Molly Wally. We all here? Yeah. Right. Concentrate. Okay, that is right. That is my tip of the tail. Squeeze in, any questions? Okay, good. I like doing early morning body shaming. Where is Mulligan? Mulligan, come on. Is he coming? No. There he is. Okay. Who asked the question?
Just doggy food.
Who? Yes. First of all, is Mulligan fat? This woman's coming to feel him. She's coming to check him. How do you tell if a dog's fat? Ribs, exactly. Can you feel any ribs? What do you mean no? Anyone? You feel ribs? Yeah. So, no. yeah, Michael. So, there's debate as to what I got told by a wolfhound expert that he met people and they said, oh, I've got a 200-pound wolfhound at home. Whenever he saw it, they didn't have... Come on, pretend to be interested. You've got up early. All the other dogs hate Shay for this reason.
Wolfhounds have you got? 3.
not enough.
Not enough. You need more, do you? Yeah, mulligan. Well, that's one of the reasons I was doing the deer story. Because of the fact that they can catch a deer. They're not quite as fast as a greyhound, but they are incredibly fast. I mean, if you look, they're basically exactly the same build as a greyhound.
What'd you get, Ruby? What'd you get, Ruby?
Look, someone had a 23-year-old. Guess what breed? Terrier. Chihuahua. But they are crazy, aren't they? I often think, thank God Jack Russell turned up in that size. You know, they rule the world. How's my model doing? Oh, there we go. Oh,
Rob Lauren called.
yeah. 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 Well, the wildlife that's here. So we have squirrels. Are we all done? Yeah, we'll.
You go up over.
Our room is at this end on the second floor. Where you see that window open in the middle, that's our room.
Now, as we're coming into Ïṛěłąňđ Harbour, you're going to see a big white building up on the hill now shortly. It's just going to come into view fairly soon now. And this is the lodge at Ashford Castle. It's just come into view right now. The lodge at Ashford Castle, another beautiful hotel in the area. It's a 4-star hotel. It's the baby sister really to Ashford Castle. Boutique style. Very popular wedding venue. They do about 100 weddings here a year. And it's a hotel there for the last maybe 25 years. Originally Ïṛěłąňđ House, and Ïṛěłąňđ House was built there in 1865 by the Guinness family of the famous Dublin brewery. You're going to hear quite a lot about the Guinness family. They were the landlords in this area. And it's quite easy to pick out the original part of the building. It's the building to the front with all the chimneys on it, and of course more fireplaces in houses at that time. Now, if you could imagine coming in here, say in 1880, it'd be a different place altogether. There'd be a big steamer put up alongside the pier wall, huge plumes of smoke up in the air, horses and carts bustling around with different produce from export down to Galway city, and sadly emigrants leaving their loved ones behind them for the very last time and heading from here on to the Americas. So it would have been quite a sad place in that respect. So I think we're going to collect just a few passengers here, guys, and we'll be pulling in, guys, on the starboard right hand side. The green rope is ready for you there. We'll just see, I think might be 2 or 3 passengers here. The Cong River, and that's where some of us set out from earlier. The Cong River, it's such a beautiful river to stand beside. If you're in the village of Cong or in the Royal Abbey of Cong, it's such a beautiful river, but it's also quite an unusual river in that it travels for about 2.5 miles underground, creating caves and caverns en route. And right near the end of its journey, there's a little place in the village of Cong called the Rising of the Waters. It comes up from underground there. It makes an island of the village of Cong, joins up again, and bypasses Ashford Castle. Because of this underground river, we have an abundance of caves in the Cong area. And it's getting interesting. Only in the last 3 years, we have specialised divers visiting our caves. They're finding rivers at the bottom of them. They're diving under these rivers and they're coming out in huge underground caverns humans have never seen before and sending videos out of that. It's getting interesting now recently. We're believed to have 365 islands, of course 1 for each day of the year. Now, some guy went out on this lake about 10 years ago now and decided to count all our beautiful islands. Counted 377 and ruined our whole romantic view of 365 islands. But we're very modest people around here. We don't like to be bragging about all the islands we have. We always keep a few spare ones off to the side. Of those islands, about 10 of them yet are still inhabited. The largest island in Chiquin has 11 families. Inishmacka are 15, Inishturas 3, and you have 1s and 2s living on about 7 more islands out here. It's not a deep lake. When you take 68 square miles, its deepest point is only 152 feet or about 50 metres. So it makes it quite a treacherous lake. It's quite a choppy lake at times. And it's a brilliant lake for angling and fishing. We've got brown trout. Brown trout will average out at £1.5 to £2 pound weight. The largest brown trout in Ireland in 120 years was caught on this lake just 11 years ago, weighing in just short of 25 pounds or 11 kg, which is an enormous size for brown trout.
We also have the luxury of Atlantic salmon. In recent times, salmon have been tagged in Loch Corrib. The same salmon on this lake have been found as far away as the western shorelines of Greenland, the eastern shorelines of Canada. They come down the Davy Strait. They come thousands of miles across Atlantic Ocean currents and come right up onto the Cong River. Some people believe they spawn on the same square foot of riverbed that they were born on themselves. It's one of nature's mysteries how they can relocate the ways back to their origins from so many thousands of miles away. It's amazing really, if you take the average human being, sometimes they can't find their way home at night. These fish will come thousands of miles away, no whiskey or Guinness on board, they'll always make it back to the front door. But probably one of the most amazing fish I find on Loch Corrib is the eel. The eel lives on this lake for an average of 14 years and can live up to 30 years. Near the end of their life, we don't know why, they take one final and epic swim. They swim out to the Atlantic Ocean. They swim all the way against the Gulf Stream and they go down to the Caribbean, down to a little sea down there called the Sargasso Sea, and they spawn and die down there. Their young then are called elvers or glass eels. They're so small they're transparent. With the Gulf Stream at their back, they instinctively start swimming back to fresh water again, following the moon and tide as they're travelling. They travel for months on end and they arrive here back in adolescence. It's just a beautiful cycle of nature that's been happening for thousands of years. I suppose I've been lucky enough to have grown up in this area, and really I think there are certain things you do take for granted when you live in such a beautiful area. And one of the things I really did for a long time, and it's only in the last 20 years really, that I've really realised how important all the fresh water we have here is. When you meet people from other parts of the world telling you about water shortages and drought all over the world, what we have here on tap is so amazing. Very hard to quantify, but just to give you one idea of it, we have about 15 rivers feeding into this lake. We have the Cong River, we have the Duty River in Cornamoona, the Mam, Farnock and Failmore rivers back towards the Mam Valley, the Clare and Black Rivers south of us here. And I'm sure nearly all of you have been to Galway City, and that's their only outlet at the Corrib River, and that goes right into Galway Bay. We're 27 feet over the Atlantic Ocean. But just to give you an idea how much fresh water we have here, it's very hard to quantify. The Cong River, which is only one of 15 rivers feeding this lake, that one river alone contributes into Loch Corrib between 6 and 8 million gallons of fresh drinking water every hour. And that's on tap for the last 10,000 years. So we have here at our disposal. It's a beautiful thing to have. For those of you living in the country, or indeed in the UK, you'll probably never forget our winters of 2010 and 11. Now these were two cold winters for Irish conditions, minus 17, 18 degrees. The lake froze over. It was so beautiful out here. We had to break ice to get back to the snow-covered mountains. All the islands looked like chandeliers. You felt like if you threw a stone at one of them, the whole thing would shatter. We were selling hot whiskies like they were going out of fashion. They were like ice creams on a summer's day. If you're from the United States, our nearest weather pattern to the United States would probably be Washington State on the Pacific, with a very oceanic climate. It's very affected by the Gulf Stream. And about every 50 years, we don't know why, the Gulf Stream goes a bit too far west for Ireland, and that's when we get the New York, Toronto type winters, and that happens about every 50 years. Growing up in Ireland, you'd often hear your parents or grandparents speak of specific years in Irish weather. 1947 would be known as the year of the big snow, 1961 Hurricane Debbie, but 1963 the year of the big freeze, and that's when this lake really froze over completely. The largest fish was caught here back in the beautiful Connemara Mountains by a local fisherman of the time, a man called Ger O'Sullivan. Now Ger, I suppose, like a lot of fishermen, he tended to exaggerate the story just a little bit to make it that bit more interesting. Now, Ger didn't need to exaggerate on the fish. A great northern pike, 49.5 pounds or 22 kg. But where Ger excelled in telling his story is in how he caught the fish. One story I heard recently, there was 2 tractors and a horse trying to pull that fish up onto the shore. Ger had to run a mile back the road to his neighbour's house to get a third tractor. I think it was a Massey Ferguson 35 grade tractor. Eventually they got up on the tree. Here's slight exaggeration from time to time with fishing.
Thanks for joining us.
Open. And of course our own Rory McIlroy got married at Ashford and is a frequent visitor there all the time. Came from Dublin to Galway, they'd overnight in Galway city and then they'd bring their steamer, the Amo, 30 miles up the lake from Galway up here. So when they did come here, they'd often spend 6 weeks in the winter for the woodcock shoot and 6 weeks in the summer for the salmon and brown trout fishing. And they didn't come alone. They'd often bring 150 of their friends and guests with them when they did come. Imagine getting that invite in the post to come on to Ashford for 6 weeks. As time moved on, so did technology. The last of the Guinnesses here, Sir Ernest Guinness, bought himself a beautiful seaplane, 3 big Rolls-Royce engines on top of it. He started up in Dunleary in Dublin, take off from the Irish Sea. 2 hours later, he landed in the bay in front of his country home, Ashford. What a way to arrive. I remember my grandfather telling me he was a carpenter on the estate at the time. The first time that seaplane landed in the bay here, almost 100 years ago in June 1926. Now, you have to imagine the village of Kong in 1926, like a lot of villages, there might be maybe 1 or 2 cars. That's a huge novelty of the time. But then they see this big, loud machine just appearing from the sky, landing safely on the lake, 8 people stepping out of it. They must have thought it was Martians or Flash Gordon coming or something. I believe a few of the local lads had the shotguns out and took a few shots. It was hard to blame them. You might have sorted it out before they land, but they did land safely. But the castle was built long before that. It was built in 1228 by the de Burgos or Burkes. And from 1169 onwards, there was a huge change in Irish rule. The Normans had invaded and intermarried in with the Irish chieftains. So Ashford then was built as part of that years later in 1228. But it wasn't very popular when Ashford was built because the invaders built beside the village of Kong, where 30 years before that, in 1198, our last king died. Rory O'Connor died in the Royal Abbey of Kong. There was 3,000 Augustinian monks there at that time. So really the castle was attacked. It was attacked by the O'Connors from the land side, but its main threat was from the lake. The main chieftains on the lake here were the O'Flaherty. They were known as the ferocious O'Flaherty, very warlike people. In the 16th century, the Cornish, our leader of the O'Flaherty clan, a man called Bowman, took O'Flaherty. He had a truce with another Irish chieftain known as Owen of Dorromodia, Owen of the Black Oak O'Malley, and in this truce he agreed to marry Owen's daughter, which introduced a very powerful lady to the area here, Ronnie Wayne, or Grace O'Malley, the famous Irish sea pirate, who later went on and married Richard de Burgo of Ashford. Ashford Castle then went into the hands of the De Bruins or Browns. They were the landlords here right up until the 1840s, 1850s, a very dark time in Irish history. we had the terrible famine. Over 1 million people died and about 2 million emigrated. Ashford Castle was put for sale and bought in 1852 by Sir Benjamin Lee Guinness of the famous Dublin brewery. He died in 1868. His son Arthur Edward Lord Ardilaun had it up until his death in 1915. And the last of the Guinnesses, Sir Ernest Guinness, the nephew of Lord Ardilaun, was the last landlord, Guinness landlord here. He sold it in 1938 to the state and government. Ashford Castle was taken with 350 acres and first turned into a hotel by a very far-seeing Kerry man, Noel Hubbard of Waterville in County Kerry, who ran it very successfully as a hotel right up until 1969, and then he sold it to John A. Mulcahy, an ex-Irish-American ambassador. Mr. Mulcahy renovated the castle in 1970, adding in the golf course, and he sold it again in 1984, just after President Ronald Reagan's visit here, to a syndicate of Irish-American-based companies. They were nearly all Pittsburgh-based, and they included the Rooney family of the American football team, the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2007, it was purchased again by Jerry Barrett, a Galway city businessman. And since June of 2013, Ashford's present owners are the Tolman family from South Africa. And they've wasted no time in the meticulous restoration of this building. They've spent about 17 million euros on its restoration only in the last 10 to 12 years, bringing Ashford Castle back to where it was. Best hotel in the world, 2016. And this year, and for a few years now, it's the only recognised 5-star hotel by Forbes. And it is a special place, Ashford Castle. So guys, I'm going to do a little turn around here.
Another one of the many rooms inside the castle. This is where we will be having afternoon tea tomorrow. But thought we would grab it real quick before there's anybody else in here. Want to try to avoid filming others. Look at that. That's like dining inside the fireplace itself. Look at that. And then turn to the left. Amazing. All the large paintings on the wall. Rhett just waiting patiently. Inside Ashford Castle. A great view of the outside.
The view. Griffins. go out in the sun. Can you see in it?
That might be a swimming pool.
This door's open. Gonna throw a coin? Yeah, we do. There we go. It's $1. 50 cents, what do you want? Pennies? I got no pennies. The queen, a better wish. Make a wish.
That's $1.
Go make a wish. Throw it all the way in the mouth. Turn around. Go out that entrance. Falconry School.
Falconry school. We're not doing falconry this time.
You look good in the castle yard.
I know.
Take the cricket stairs.
don't forget to like and subscribe. We love sharing our adventures with you. They just about tripping the glass. Let's look at it. Look at these are the leaning tower of the staircase. Is that just an observation? Oh, do you see how big this step is? That's... Hold, please.
Go. Muscles. Really?
That step is like 5 feet tall.
Look straight up. And now here's with this one's up over here. Would you get married here?
Did I or would I?
Would you? Look at this. What's in door number 3? There she comes. They have little slime,
Guarding.
bow and arrows. Who goes there? You shall not pass.
We found a gate. Of some sort. Let's go see. It's open. Must be okay. Ooh, look at that. Here's turning around, looking at what we just walked through. But there's a trail that leads somewhere. I guess if the gate's open, that means help yourself. If anybody has been to the Ashford Castle and would love to share your experience or tell us something that we must see and do, that would be great. Just leave it in the comments.
I wonder if this was the original driveway around to the back. What is that door? Where were you hiding?
I'm trying to comprehend and sink in the fact that we are here in Ireland at Ashford Castle, able to share this experience with all of our viewers.
Well, believe it, there's the flag.
We're making our way to go find falconry. This is down here. Let's go see. We're not going to do it, although it would be kind of fun and interesting, but we're just gonna go find it and see it face to face along the grounds of Ashford Castle. This is just the bench. I mean, if this was your property, tennis courts are over there. Wow, look at this tree. The carpet garden is what it's called. This is like the weirdest tree I've ever seen. Hi, Rhett. Entered where it says carpet garden. Just a little bit. Oh my goodness, the trees here. was gonna say, if this was your property, the debate would be, do you just want to keep it plush and beautiful, or do you dare rent it out to patrons? And luckily, the Tolman family, who currently owns Ashford Castle, has decided to allow patrons to come visit. Let's go see what this way brings. Let's go see what the tennis courts look like really quick if you're into playing tennis. This is only tennis. They're pretty big.
I believe there's a little yard around the back.
Oh. They have lots of activities here. That's a very old fence.
I saw the gateway come right there. I wonder if that was the original entrance to this garden.
Oh, maybe. I'm just amazed at the trees.
There's that one right there. Fuck that. Which way have we come together?
Hopefully this is not a haunted forest. Yes. Oh, I hear a fountain. Wow.
Into this corner.
This portion is already bigger than my front yard at home. We have one little patch. We haven't even made it to the falconry yet, and we're just amazed by the property. Oh, it goes to a road. I don't see a house. a walking, just a walking path. Well, walking path too. There's a gate down there. And we really hope you enjoy our explorations as much as we do. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. Walk this way. At least I did that without falling. Okay, maybe we'll make our way to the falconry just to see where it is. Come on, come on. The walled garden. Oh, and falconry school. It says this way. The walled garden. Ooh. Oh. And ho ho ho. I do not. Oh, look at this. This looks very similar to
What is it?
the other castle. Malahide Castle. Malahide Castle. The garden we walked through at Malahide Castle. Holy Hannah banana. That's crazy. Shall we walk through or go around? Left or right? Let's go this way. We just keep going. Now, I am not an avid gardener. I do not garden. Some days I wish I could, but in reality, I don't. but I like looking at them.
It's hard work.
Rhett knows how to garden more than I do because I just water it and then it lives or dies, and I don't know why. I don't know. Since we're not doing the falconry, I don't know if we can actually enter. But here it is. Well, I don't know. Maybe this isn't it either because the arrow says go this way. Oh yeah. When housekeeping comes to your room and you show up, they leave the TV on. They have a prefix soundtrack of nature playing as you walk into your room. So that's kind of nice.
When they turn down their bed, they also put on the sleepy bed bird sound.
And at first, when I first heard it, I thought, are the windows open? Are there that many birds around here? Then I realized it was the TV. Still making our way, maybe, to find out where they do the falconry. It's a nice, lovely walk.
Don't eat the berries.
You could definitely spend hours out here just walking around, checking it out. We would like to give a quick shout out to the staff and housekeeping at Ashford Castle. They really do make you feel welcome, like it's almost your own house, your own property. They really do a fantastic job. Rhett really likes all the plantation around here, the flowers, the trees. I look at it in a general sense. Rhett likes to get the detail. General sense in meaning the trees, how big it is, the surroundings.
Be the bee.
Be the bee. That's a bit of an inside joke. If you saw one of our earliest videos, we were hiking and I was talking about one of my granddaughters when she was little, singing a Beat It song, and she would always say, "No one wants to be the bee." Where they do the falconry, looks like there's some cars here. Those probably are employees, I would imagine. But come around here. We found it. Oh, this is probably the front side.
Vulcan screw.
Oh, well, that would be obvious, wouldn't it? No. Wow, that's a very big wheelbarrow. We found it. There's the sign. So they do it over there. Straight ahead, Ireland School of Falconry. Is that moss growing on the rooftop? I'm not sure. Either way, there it is. That's where you would go if you wanted to participate in that. Of course, there is a charge, but that's okay, you know? All these things are, I mean, how often are you going to do them? You're probably not. So I would say anything that anybody wants to spend money on, just an opinion. If it's something that's a rare occasion, I almost want to say it's worth it. Just like when we went to the Blarney Stone. It's silly and fun, but it's historical, and we probably won't do it again. Just only because it's so far away from our house, not because we didn't like it. We're going to make our way back to the castle now and take another pathway, at least according to the map, that will lead us to a Catholic church and some other buildings. So we'll check back with you in shortly. Mm-hmm. Through the tunnel and never coming back. can touch the silly. Ooh. Take some of that out. Put the other. I don't know where this one goes. I'm finding that there are so many trails and pathways all around here. But of course there is, because they have several acres.
Did you have a nice breakfast today?
Yes,
Happy Mother's Day.
thanks. Are you gonna keep going or turn around?
Walk us up through here. It comes out. The smell is indescribable. It smells like
You know what? It smells like clean air. That's what it smells like. Very fresh. Just came out there where we were a second ago.
Or you can take the road left side.
The harder path. Not really hard, but
At least 20, 30 feet up and then every direction.
yeah, surrounded.
Ivy on the bottom, plans up. Ivy goes clear up the trees to the top.
Good thing we're not caught in some major rainstorm. We'd be drenched.
It smells like it just rained. It's gonna rain.
Yes, Rhett.
That's what it smells like.
Ooh. Left or right? We'll take the right, just because it says right. Right?
We made a full circle. Back to the wall.
Here we are, back to the castle.
Okay.
Bike ride. Bicycle. Look, we even have a little bell. On the bike. We're on the bike. Whoop. Whoops. So we rode along another bicycle trail right there, right in front of the castle. And then here is a helicopter pad. And you can take helicopter rides if you want, but they are pretty spendy. We asked about them just out of curiosity. And how much was it?
5,000 per person.
Per person. Yeah, that's a little out of my budget. So we did not do that, but we have so many other activities to do. But it is an option if you choose. Going for a bike ride. I love how we have discovered in our travels, when you go to different hotels, they all, or at least the ones we've been to, have bicycles that you can just borrow, ride around the ground, use. They don't cost anything, they're free. You can just ride a bike. Riding on the trails. Making our way to the Catholic Church. I think there's an Irish Ireland, I'm not sure the name of it. I didn't bring my map with me, so we will find it. the first one, the Church of Ireland, St. Mary's Church. Look at that. Looks like they hold church services here too, if you're interested. Just checking out the outside for a bit. Let's go see if we can go inside without any interrupting or any interruptions. There's our bikes, we just parked them. Looks like they're having, somebody mentioned a cup of tea right over there. I think they just ended church services. So everybody's congregated outside. Look at the windows. And we did ask if we could come inside, and they gave us permission. This is where the priest stands. Is the little tiny town of Cong. Right outside the Ireland church we just left. Rhett is way up there, I'm sure waiting for me. This is Cong Abbey that we're going into, but it's no longer in use. It burned down. This is what is left from many centuries ago. And right behind me is a graveyard. Let's go inside here. Oh, goodness. Makes you wonder what these rooms are used for, and just bustling people. I'm sure that gate is locked, but let's see. Is it locked? Imagine how old these steps are.
7th century.
And how many people walked on them.
2.
You're funny.
You got easy questions.
I'm talking to our viewers.
Oh, what did they ask you?
I don't see much of a view from here.
Look at the view now.
Wow, it kind of gives me the chills just knowing that this, at one point in time, was very busy. And then we're just visiting.
This person's stone is worn out.
many interesting ruins that have been left behind. What's this over here?
Who to fight?
Dogs fighting, apparently.
No, they're just excited. So there's another part over there.
So this is now a park that once was an abbey. Go that way. We're gonna go this way. Again, all those crazy trees that grow here. We are now in the town of Kong, right outside of Ashford Castle. And they have these posters. They commemorate the movie The Quiet Man that was partially filmed all around here back in 1954, I believe it was.
And walk down and turn at the end of the wall.
Inside the graveyard.
Exorcism going on across the street.
I have noticed another thing here. All the cemeteries we've happened to see along the way, instead of the flat headstones like we mostly see in the US, they're mostly with these above ground headstones. At least the ones we've seen. Goodness. Oh, over there. So this is a functioning cemetery. It's not just with historical. The other side of the wall, and you can definitely see older. Like this one here is 1909. Older headstones.
We rode our bikes up here to the equestrian. There's Ïṛěłąňđ. He's got a mustache, isn't that funny? It says right there they may bite and kick.
Yeah, so don't get very close, 'cause I don't have any. The
Welcome back. They go in there, up in there. They'll put it away for us, but we're gonna do it. They got some little ones for kids. Check this out. On the right side, stick shift, and enough seats for your whole family. It's so cute and tiny. Karina, stand by the bus so I know how big it is. Give me a size comparison. A little trolley.